Second video, I'm actually energized because the first one really didn't give a crap about it. Alright, this video, why chi sao is useless. Okay. Not that chi sao is useless, but depending on how you train it, it is useless. Okay? And let me give you an example here. Alright, we're chi sao here. Okay. Alright, let me just put, if you see only that part of the clip of the video, that is not actually how I chi sao. I just want to make a disclaimer out of that. Alright, now.
Edit that video and everywhere on YouTube.
You'll just cut that part out.
Real seafood though, please.
Alright, this is what I'm talking about. Why is chi sao useless? If you chi sao, you gotta remember what chi sao is doing. You're not fighting, you're developing the skills to fight. And what happens is, for example, people chi sao and they don't know what they're trying to achieve with that role when they're actually goofing off with somebody. Okay, for example, all right, let's say I'm rolling here and we're simply just goofing off from this point. All right. Very simple. And here's a test. What were you working on in particular? Anything?
Not really.
Not really, okay? And that's what happens. Most people when they chi sao don't have anything in mind as far as what they want to work on, okay? Usually what I suggest is when you chi sao and you're goofing off, work on something. Work on a particular goal. So for example, here's tip number 1, okay? If we're rolling, for example, me, okay? I'm goofing off. My only concern with this particular part, when we're goofing off, even if he's attacking and I'm defending and stuff like that, is simply, am I in center? That's my number 1 concern. I don't care if he hits me. I don't care if I hit him, but if I'm leaning, all I'm really focusing on is how well am I controlling the center. So that's my main focus. So if we're here, we're goofing off, and then I'll make some examples. Block. Oops, leaning back. That sucks. He hit me, leaning back. That sucks again too. Shoot, leaning back. I am totally, whether he hits me or I get a hit off is irrelevant. I have one particular focus and one main goal. Keep myself vertical and don't lean back. Whether that's lean back a little, whether I feel a shift to the back of the heels, I have a goal. Try to maintain that center as much as possible. Okay? Simple goal. But it's very difficult to do, okay? Second goal, I'm gonna work on attacking, but I wanna make sure I'm in the right range. That's your cell phone that time.
Stop Wilson Phillips.
What a mess. All right, whatever. God, set me up. All right, so the goal is my attacks. Am I in the right range to attack? Nope, not good. Good, right there. That's perfect range. Nope, too extended. Good, good, good. No, too far out. See that? I have a particular goal at that point, and I'm not so much grading that I'm getting a hit. I'm grading how I got the hit. Did I overextend? Am I in the right range? And so forth. That's what I'm looking in particular. Okay? So notice, every time you chi sao, you can have one particular goal. And the reason I say one particular goal is even if you have, the reality is you can only juggle one thing. You can say, well, I want to work on my center, or I want to make sure the distance is right, or I want to work on blocking. You can say all that, but really you can only concentrate on one thing. Okay? Here's another thing. How about blocking? What I mean by blocking, I'm looking at whether or not I actually cover my center. All right, that was too good. Okay. I forgot to screw up a little bit. But basically with the blocking, what's the main thing when I'm looking for blocking? Am I covering my center? Okay, so for example, he goes for an attack, boom. See how my triangle collapsed? If had I maintained my center, or my hands in front of my triangle in place, notice how it doesn't collapse. He goes for his next attack. Look how I chase out of that a little bit, stay in my center. Notice how it's closer to my triangle function. Here. See how my hands don't collapse? Working good right now. Oh shoot, chased a little bit there. What do I want to do? Boom. Right there. See how my range is? I'm in the right range. That is another goal that I want to do and what I want to concentrate on. Every single time you chase out, you should have that thought in mind. A lot of times people are so concerned. Oh my God, I got a hit. Oh my God, I got the block, but it's a terrible block. Totally irrelevant. You want to develop the skill for certain things. Before I learned Wing Chun through my sequel, I remember there were times when we'd be cheese out and I'd be like, oh shoot, look at this hit, man. Look at that hit. Frick, I got 3 hits off that guy. Thank God I went that path. Away. Alright? Don't go that route. Seriously. Don't kiss your own ass or your own ego from the hit or the block. That's totally irrelevant. What are you developing? How did you come about with the hit? Know what you're doing. Are you still within the principles of Wing Chun when you're doing certain things? That's what you want to look at. If you do that, then you make Chi Sao useful. If you don't do that, don't even do Chi Sao. Because if you break all that thing, if you look at certain things, you see Chi Sao. People are working on Chi Sao. They're going here, and then the next thing you know, they're just boom, 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 boom. Okay? That's no different if I just watched a video on Krav Maga. I wouldn't know the difference. Because they can blitz in too. So why even bother and waste your time with Chi Sao? Just practice Krav Maga then. Alright? So anyway, that's what I want to state. Make Chi Sao useful. Have a particular goal in mind when you're working on it. Do not care about the attacks and blocks. Totally irrelevant. And learn to control your ego when you're doing Chi Sao. Alright? Well, if you remember that, then that'll be good. Better.